Hey everyone, welcome to another chat here with CBS Media. It's not 90 Day, it's Married at First Sight. And the couples are celebrating their 1 month anniversary. Some surprises here. Happy anniversary to them. Starting with Madison and Alan. Just to do a little recap on what's going on with them. Right now, they're kind of maintaining the same stride. They're not really in the romantic mode, but they are trying to work it out as a married couple and be happy together and try to get to that place of romance. I believe that they played tennis, and I think he took her to some type of adventure park. There was a harness involved, heights involved, and she loved it. He did win the tennis match, and he was supposed to get a kiss, but she said you didn't specify, so he got one on the cheek. But I can tell Alan's body's kind of tightened up a little bit. He's been getting his workout on and his workout in to impress wifey. And, it all culminates with that anniversary dinner where all the couples come together. So we're going to talk a little bit about that when we close out. David and Michelle, they seem like they're being a little nicer to each other, but they're still going through the same issues of Michelle's not really accepting of him because he came from living from his family's basement, that she just thinks lesser of him and doesn't think he's as motivated as she is. But I say, he's shown some good qualities to be a stand-up guy. He took her to a sushi spot. She critiqued his outfit, saying, he had jeans and gym shoes on, and she didn't think it was good enough. They kind of fought a little bit about, he would ask her questions, but she wouldn't elaborate. So she's like, well, you're not asking me enough questions or the right questions. And he's like, well, you're not really giving me anything to work with because you just say yes or no or it's cool or whatever. So they kind of had an argument on their anniversary day. It seems like David's had to work a lot. And when it comes to the anniversary dinner with all the couples, he was a no-show. But we'll get back to that when we get to talk more about that anniversary dinner that closes out this amazing anniversary 1 month. All right. Thomas and Camille, things seem to be getting better and better with them. She planned a basketball date for him for the anniversary. I assume that was what it was for. He was late, so she had to punish him, have him run some laps around the gym. Didn't know she was really that deep into basketball. She used to play, I think, in her school and college days, and she referenced her dad, how he was always there for her, and he came out of town to see her games and all of this, and this is what she needs in a man. So it looks like Thomas fell short a bit this time, but he's gonna make up for it later on with a nice date. Looks like they're at a bar where you kind of be your own bartender, and they're kind of 10 bar for each other, take turns, giving us a little cocktail, a little Tom Cruise back in the day, so to speak. They get a little cute and a little flirty, making each other drinks. And, he presents this necklace and said, this is why I was late. And she gave him a gift of, that hand statue where you put your hands together in that mold and becomes like a statue to keep. So that's what she got him. And she forgave him for the whole thing about making him run laps, and he was getting Charlie's, and she was making fun of his age and all of that, because the fact that he did present this beautiful necklace for her, and he was really thoughtful in that situation. They talk about their future, and about 5 years from now, he is hoping to be doing very well in his career, I guess growing and excelling in his career. And she wants to get more into real estate, kind of own her own time. And of course, they want a family. So I understand why she would want to kind of own her own time and be able to do things on her own schedule, especially if she is a mom. So that's going to work out really well. If this couple continues, they're the best looking couple so far. Well, with Juan and Carla, Carla confesses, hey, I left my job. Well, it was a mutual, I wasn't really fired, but we both just realized this is going to work out. And she gets to see his warehouse, and where we get confused as to exactly what he's doing, but we know it's furniture related, right? And we assume that he's making money. So, this is his entrepreneurial path and journey. And he's like pushing Carla to say, okay, what are you going to do from here? He's a little bit nervous the fact that she's no longer employed, but she's does hair, so she's gonna try to reach out to her clients and get do some house to house things, and possibly has an invite to New York to do some work as well. So hopefully that pans out good for her. They have their anniversary, they have a picnic type of thing, and they kind of talk and hash things out, and he's just encouraging her to really get onto her entrepreneurial path and really pick up the steam. He's trying to encourage her and give her a little drive on that. So, things are pretty much going the same direction. There is no romance with them, just like there's really no romance with Madison and Alan, though they're a little flirtatious sometimes. And Alan's really kind of trying to push it, but, Madison's not really giving it to him. So, Juan and Carla similar stuff. I think Carla's trying to be more romantic versus Juan is trying to sit back in the cut a bit. But I see their progress. I see they're working on their marriage, and I see that they care about each other in this ups and downs of the fact that she's no longer working her regular job. So we'll see how things go forward. Finally, MM and Nkechi, they stole the show from me because, David and Michelle usually kind of steal the show with the way Michelle, is really hard on David and will not give him no time whatsoever. But MM and Nkechi, their problems seem a little bit deeper. With the two of them, he has accused her of being aggressive sexually. He has accused her of taking away his peace. Now, he's kind of somber, but he's still trying to be in the show, trying to be in the marriage. And she tries to do an activity that he likes for their anniversary with a little picnic that she put together and painting. So they kind of bond a bit over that, but it's still a little tense between them. Then when they get back to their place, they have, each couple gets their 1 month anniversary pictures and videos, and everybody kind of had mixed reactions as they look back at their videos. For the most part, they were happy to see them. David and Michelle, they were kind of happy, but they're kind of still at that crossroads. And Michelle was kind of sad because she was hoping that things would have turned out better than what she imagined. Everybody loved the wedding, and it's like the marriages aren't living up to the wedding day. And that's really what Michelle's feeling. And she's kind of feeling disheartened by the fact that her marriage is not living up to those pictures in that video from that big day. But with the MM and Nkechi, he kind of sits far off as she kind of reviews the pictures, and they have their vows laminated and framed and whatnot. And she kind of questions him about how does he feel about these now. And he's like, I meant them at the time that I said them. And then she asks him more questions, and then I do feel the follow-up questions that she's giving him is kind of putting him in a stressful place. I mean, it's just kind of like she's disappointed and she's just interrogative, and I kind of see his issue, but again, the way he's reacting to it, I feel like he's overreacting to her personality, and maybe to shut it down, he just shouldn't even address any further. He does use derogatory language towards her as she's talking about these vows, which is supposed to be a nice moment between them and remembering this is their 1 month anniversary. But he really shuts her down and basically saying she's taking away his peace. She keeps interrogating him, questioning him, because maybe he's not feeling the way that she wants him to feel. So I saw a bit of that and a glimpse of what his issue was. But like I said, I don't feel like it was worth his cursing. And I think he stormed out. And, while he was saying what he was saying, I don't know, MM looked like she was laughing almost, so she had a grin on her face. And then she went to the bathroom, started crying after he left. But usually, when a woman has a grin on her face when she's being provoked and cursed at, that's really a cause to be afraid. But at that moment in time, she just kind of took it all in, went to the bathroom, cried it out, and that's kind of the sad situation between MM and Akechi. There's no progress between them. Seems like things are really getting worse. So this all culminates at the 1 month anniversary. All the couples are getting on the bus. For the most part, everyone's doing decent. At least David and Michelle are respectful of each other. They're trying to keep the door open, but Michelle's like he had to work, so he's not going to be able to show up. So everybody was asking where he was at. And then when MM gets on, Akeshi's not there, and she basically kind of tells them what's going on. Things aren't going well. Ikechi has caught attitude, so to speak. Ikechi likes to catch attitudes off and on, and that's kind of his thing that we've been seeing lately. So she's just upfront with that situation, and she's not really happy about it, but she's there, and she's gonna do the dinner with everyone. They're catching up, they're laughing, they're making dirty jokes with each other, and they're actually having a lot of fun. Camille and Thomas, it comes out that they are the only ones that consummated their relationship, but they get applause. Everybody's showing them love. They technically are the only ones. I wouldn't say technically, they are the only ones. So they were happy. Everyone was happy for them, and I thought that was a fun moment during the dinner. And then, surprise, David walks in, and I guess he took a break from his job. During his break, he came all the way over there to be there, and it seemed like he was being a supportive, good guy or whatnot. Then Akechi shows up after him, and everybody's a bit surprised. MM has filled them in on his attitude and how he's been treating her, and so they kind of all talk to him. I don't think they really get on him like they could. Camille's trying to stand up for her sister, so to speak. Maybe she overstepped a bit, but Akechi was ready to catch attitude again. He's always ready to catch that. But he's trying to defend himself. Alan's asking questions. He again is getting what would you call very defensive. Like I've noticed that earlier on, he easily gets defensive. So honestly, he's like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm just here to celebrate you guys. Basically, our stuff is not working, and I'm just here for you guys. And MM just goes off. She says, you come up in here late in that clown suit. She just, really gives it to him like, a sister that is really tired. The neck roll, the eye roll, all of that's happening. And I really, at this point in moment in time, like, I'm not even mad at MM at this point, because she has, even though she may have been displaying some things that he wasn't happy with, she has not blown up. She has kept her cool. She's been respectful of him for the most part of what we've seen on camera anyway. But Akechi's always ready to catch somebody, catch an attitude. He's always like on guard. But this time she blew him out of the water. She was really super loud. And all the girls was like, hey, come on, let's go to the bathroom. We got to get you out of here because you about to start one. And as the girls were going, the guys were just kind of unsure of what to do at that point. And, Akechi was, trying to say, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive to you guys and stuff like that. This is a situation. I don't have peace in my home and all this. So, and then the girls are in the bathroom, like, defending their girl, boosting her up, bad mouthing Akechi, or just making him look like the bad guy, which he is displaying himself as that. So it's not that very hard. And I know I didn't say that right, but it's not very hard for us to see him as the bad guy. And when she returns, Akechi gets up from the table. He doesn't even want to be near her. The producers try to talk to him, and he's like, I'm just done with this marriage. We can be done with this because I can't be with this person. Da 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 da. He even goes back to the place and gets his stuff out. And MM is just done at this point. She's called him out. She said what she said. She's being open and transparent. But she does spend the night alone in the place that they're supposed to be sharing together, and she's kind of whimpering under the covers. So I'm feeling some type of way for her, definitely. But that was a crazy episode, and there was some unexpected drama for that 1 month anniversary. Happy anniversary to them. They got some surprises that I don't think that they were looking for or expecting, and neither were we. Then they had some previews that are really gonna, really had me like saying, I need to see the next episode because, it looks like things are gonna get even crazier. Things are gonna get even more confusing. Who's cheating with who? That's a dilemma as well. All of that, they showed these clips. It's just making people like myself excited to see what is going to happen next here on Married at First Sight. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to see how this whole thing plays out, and we're gonna continue to talk about it, chat about it, chat it up right here on CBiz Media, where we talk faith, love, and trends. But Akechi said some telling things. He said he's not gonna. I think he said, he really kind of laid it out when he was talking to the producers. He really was trying to put her name out there, saying, told her he wasn't going to sleep with her. After that, she flipped. She changed on him. And, he's not going to be with somebody who thinks that they're better than him, like he's smaller. So I'm wondering if he has some issue when it comes to her financial status. If he's intimidated by that, has she made him feel that way? Like she's a power player and she's going to have what she wants, even him in the bedroom. Like, is he putting that on her? I'm not sure. To me, it's a little bit of a he said, she said thing. I need to really get to the bottom line of what's really going on, because I see a little bit of what he's saying as truth, but not the whole story. And, we can kind of see how Akechi can catch an attitude, so we can all kind of see that. But does he have good reason? He said, she said, who knows who's right? And that's what I'm tuning in for to see next time. So we'll talk more, guys. Again, this is Irene with CBiz Media, and all the best. God